Hello, everyone out there in the Hope Grows community. I've come to you today from the woods. Our theme for 10 minutes of peace and healing this month is on the theme of love of nature. So I thought, what better place to be, right? Let's be out in nature. So this is probably an unconventional video, but it certainly is not an unconventional setting in that I'm out here on the earth. I'm out here in nature, and in one way or another, whether we get here much or whether we think we're a lover of nature or not so much, we were all born in the context of nature. We have lived in the midst of it, and nature is here to offer us comfort, peace, and solace, really anytime we need it. So I felt that on the theme of nature, and also something I want to interject in our 10 minutes together today, is the theme of imperfection. So I'm sitting here in nature, and in the background there's the sound of cars. There's also the sound of geese, which is pretty lovely. You'll hear birds. This is our natural world, even with the sound of cars in the background. Maybe someone will even walk by and shout out a hello. My objective today was not to have the perfect video, but to send a valuable message. And it's in two parts. One is that nature, just in itself, is a healing environment. And as we access it, we make it a tool for our comfort, our restoration, and our healing. As I noted, though, the other subplot, the other theme, is that we must embrace imperfection, the imperfection of opportunities or circumstances, of situations. And I know many times for caregivers who are so committed to their work or so simply overburdened by their work, there's a sense, well, I don't have time to take care of myself. I can't find time in the day. There's no place of peace. I'm too tired to go out into nature. I just want to collapse on the couch. We don't have to have an ideal regimen of going into nature in order to access its supportive and healing powers and energy. We only need to know that it's around us all the time. Sometimes as little as looking out the window in a tired moment and noticing a bird on a branch will be restorative in itself, or watching the playfulness of a squirrel or a couple of squirrels running around the trees. These moments are so much a part of this orchestral display of nature and of life, and we're a part of that. But it takes our intentional connecting to it for us to really feel the benefit, to feel a part of it and not separate from it. Just like illness, life, and death itself are a part of the movement of nature in the natural world, all that's around me right now is a part of this. Some beautiful trees blooming for springtime, and some decaying wood right next to me. The sound of birds in the trees, and the hum of traffic in the background, and a woodpecker. None of this needs to be an ideal condition or circumstance. The power and the infusion of energy comes from our desire to connect to this natural world and to feel the benefit that it has to offer. So I'd like to read you a poem from a very dear teacher, a teacher by the name of Thich Nhat Hanh, who is a Zen Buddhist teacher who passed away just earlier this year, last month. He had a great appreciation for the natural world and for all that it has to teach us and show us. So please take a calm moment, sit and notice your breath. Let your other thoughts empty out of your head for a moment. Peace is every step. The shining red sun is my heart. Each flower smiles with me. How green, how fresh all that grows. How cool the wind blows. Peace is every step. It turns the endless path to joy. Peace is every step. Not a special step at the end of the day. Not a walk in the woods when you finally get a chance, maybe on the weekend. Peace can be in every step if we are intentional about that. But what helps us a great deal is the bird song, the woodpecker, the jumping squirrel, the slight breeze in the air that maybe you can even see behind me causes a little movement in the air, in the trees rather. These are the simple things that we could connect to that help us to appreciate that we're a part of something much larger than ourselves, and we can be in harmony with this, even when we become worn, tired, depleted. But we can know how to refresh ourselves. Nature gives us that opportunity. I challenge you to go out and look at something in nature that you probably think you've seen 1,000 times before. A little plant, a daffodil, a leaf from a tree, even some blades of grass. Look more deeply. Look at it as if you're seeing it for the first time. Let yourself experience the wonder of what you are seeing with fresh eyes. When you walk outside, even if you're just walking to your car, or ideally if you have a chance to take a walk around the block, into the woods, feel the breeze on your face. Notice it next time you walk. Feel the breeze, like a gentle, loving caress. Nature wants to caress you, to comfort you, to remind you that your heartbeat, the heartbeat of the ones you care for and the ones you love, are all part of this remarkable orchestral experience of life on the planet. Look at the flowers. Let them speak to you. Let the sun in its warmth remind you of the care that's available to you, just like the coolness of night. A Chinese poet once wrote something that I'm just going to paraphrase, but he said, if you think the world is out of order and your life is in chaos, go outside in the night sky and look up at the stars. Can you really believe and imagine that things are out of order? For thousands of years, poets, scholars, scientists, and caregivers have come to realize that though we may not always feel in harmony, there's a harmony that we can get in touch with, that we can make contact with, and we can, in a sense, retune ourselves to be in order with the world. I hope that you'll get out into the natural world, especially in this beautiful time of the year. Take a rest. Do what I'm doing. Just sit down by a tree. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter if there's the sound of a truck in the background, because there's also the sound of a bird. There are so many parts of this living experience, this living world, that call out to us to offer a healing touch, just like the healing touch that you offer to others. Make sure you receive your healing touch. Make sure you breathe in the gift of nature and let your heart be light. Thanks for sitting with me today. I hope you have a beautiful time. Bye-bye.